Well, with me now to discuss the challenges facing Barack Obama in a little more detail is the business consultant Alison Stewart, specifically to look, of course, at the economic difficulties he's now facing. Thank you for coming in to talk to us.
You're welcome.
I mean, this was the key theme of the election. It was the economy, wasn't it? And he was attacked by John McCain as not being the best person to help America with its economic woes because of his plans to share the wealth, to tax people like Joe the plumber. Do you think he will be good for business? Well, I mean, is it clear what his policies will be on trying to get America out of this fix?
Yeah, his policies aren't completely clear yet. I mean, and it's reasonable to think that any, whether it was McCain or Obama, wouldn't be clear at this stage. But they have a 76-day period, which isn't long, to try and fine-tune exactly what they're going to do. One thing that is certain is that there is an expectation that more intervention in the regulation of financial markets will probably take place. There's an expectation from the world, the global community, not just Americans, that doing business with Americans will be a more transparent process. And we've seen in the last 3 or 4 weeks just exactly what happens when financial markets are let to regulate themselves. And clearly it isn't a perfect system at the moment.
When you say it'll be a more transparent process, what do you mean by that?
Basically, what's the expectation is that how companies are regulated in the financial sector, how bonuses are set, how bonuses are aligned to achieving financial objectives will be much plainer. And I think there's a lot of pressure on corporates and Wall Street firms, which will have a knock-on effect in terms of how the City of London also works and the culture of how these companies operate in terms of revealing how bonuses are set, how dividends are declared, how money is earned, so that investors of all types, whether it's the individual investor with just a few shares or it's an institutional investor, is clearer how that financial institution invests their money, makes their money, and rewards their key staff.
Fundamentally, is there an enormous difference, do you think? Is there likely to be a big difference in his approach to the economic woes compared with the Republicans? John McCain did his best to portray him socialist who would not be good for the economy, but is he going to be like that in practice?
It's hard to know. You know, you have to, I think, possibly look at getting into office as one achievement, and then once you're there and you set policy, that's actually then another. And I think what you do find very often in politics in the UK and in other parts of Europe and in the United States is that, you know, now that you've got there, now you have the opportunity to see how it is.
And dealing with the political reality is, of course, so different. You have your ideals, but I mean, there's a lot of talk about the fact that he is more protectionist than obviously the Conservatives would be, but is that going to be good for the American economy in these times? He's going to have to consider that.
He is definitely going to have to consider that. And one of the things that's of concern to marketers like myself, who are concerned with how brand America is portrayed internationally, is making sure that we appear to be open, we appear to be, and actually are, rather than just appearances, are actually interested in the way trade flows continue to work. What we aren't interested in doing is aiding the rest of the world of business any more than appears to have been done over the last 8 years.
Do you think you'll have to lobby him on this?
I will try. I wish I had to weigh in, but I can certainly voice my opinion.
Okay, Alison Stewart, Alan, thank you very much.
Thank you.